see if we can keep rolling with getting y'all out here actually close to on time. See how long we keep this going for. Welcome to Build. If you've never taken this class before, a little bit about the format. Before we get started, I'll go over all the movements that we have today, so don't worry about that. But the format of this class, we'll do a 6-minute warm-up, and that's going to follow right into the workout. The workout for this class is we have 8 movements total. Each movement we're going to do for 45 seconds, one right into the next with no rest in between. And once you make it through all 8, you'll get a 1-minute rest period, and that'll be 1 round done, and we do 5 rounds in this class, okay? After that portion of the workout, we'll do a stretch, cool-down routine for about 10 minutes, and hopefully send you out of here like 6:15. I realized one day when I look, it's just fun exercising y'all here, and I look, and I'm like, it's been pretty close to like 6:30, 6:35. I need to start speeding this sucker up. Like, you guys got stuff to do. So the movements for today, the first movement we have is that Romanian deadlift. So make sure, any movement, make sure you're braced. If you don't know bracing, go back to the first video in any of my series, watch that bracing technique. Or visit Workday Wellbeing, and it's on there. Optimize your movement, that's what it's called, had to remember. So for this one, we're specifically looking to target these glutes, okay? So those glutes are going to be engaged from the top. We're pushing those hips back. Almost remember, you can almost like screw your feet into the floor, those 3 points of contact, twisting the feet out, really grips into the ground. Push those hips back. The glutes are what we really want squeezed, but you're going to feel that stretch through the hamstring. Keep the hamstring glute engaged and right in between. The hamstring glute tie-in. Try to keep that flexed in that position, and then push those hips forward, squeeze those glutes at the top. Really try to keep them engaged for the full 45 seconds at full range of motion. Make sure you're keeping that slight bend in your knees, okay? We don't want to get to the point where we're doing this position, okay, because we're putting a lot of that tension into the knees, versus when you have that bend drop down, okay? If you do them sideways and you look at your low back, is it pulled in, or are you bending, and are you rounding from the back, putting the tension into the back, okay? A couple things to pay attention to with that. The next movement we have is alternating lunges. Today, you kind of have a few options. You can do weighted, you can do plyometric, or you can do regular. If you're doing regular and or weighted, what we're doing today is stepping back into it, okay? Making a little bit more of a glute emphasis. When you step back, keeps a little bit, about 60% of that weight on the heel, 40% on the front. Working on getting a little bit deeper each time. Or you can do the plyometric, which is basically jumping alternating lunges, all right? Up to you between those 3 different kinds. Doing that movement twice in a row, so 1.5 minutes straight, and yeah. Think about that for a second. Then we're going into single glute lifts. So single leg glute lifts, but this time we're doing angled, okay? So let's do this one real quick. This is one we haven't done. We have done just straight back before, but what we're doing this time is we're going to be braced on that left leg, or whichever one you want to start on, but for now, left leg, slight bend in that knee, okay? The glute's going to be engaged, that core is pulled up and in. That right glute, we're lifting up and out at a side. So not straight out, more back and out at about that 45 degree. If this is 90, we're coming right back over here. And try to feel the top corner side of that glute activate, okay? Can you feel that turn on in that movement? Yeah? Oh, yeah. Feel that? Good? Cool. So that's kind of, we're working on more of that glute med out here a little bit on that outside and that glute maximus. One thing we want to be sure of, try to keep that good posture. We don't want to start bending, rounding as we're overly focusing on that glute, so keep that strong brace position. Then we're going to go over to the other side, do the same thing on the opposite leg. Then we're dropping down to the floor. So we're doing those low plank hip taps. So remember, we're on the elbows, and we're twisting those hips down, trying to touch the ground with our hip, come back up to center. Really keep that core pulled up and in, keep that brace position strong. Don't let the shoulders just like jackknife up into your torso. Actively hold yourself in that position. Pull those shoulder blades back and down. We can tend to have those scapula kind of wing out and away from the body. Really be intentional about holding them in that position, okay? If you need to, you can drop to your knees for that movement. But when you rotate side to side, don't let the knees come up off the ground in that. Next one we have is the heel taps. So we've done this one before. This is where we're laying on our back, our feet pulled up, and we're going to side tapping the heels, okay? So if I'm down here, we're trying to lift the upper back off the floor and tap. Have we not? Maybe that's the other class. Well, it's okay. We're doing this one today. So you can get into that position. They all just blend together. Not the people. People are great. The movements all blend together. Pull that core up and in as usual. Lift that upper back off the ground as much as you can, okay? And then without the hips shifting, reach down, try to tap that heel or as far down that foot as you can without changing that position, and try to keep that upper back. Try not to come down on the way into the center, but keep it up, twist, rotate, really flex those obliques. So what we're working on is the side of the core here. Flex each side as you reach and try to tap, okay? Don't need to move fast, don't need to move quick. Just think about strong contractions to each side, holding that upper back off the ground, those shoulders as much as you can, okay? And then lastly, bringing back those controlled rolls. We did that in here, right? Okay. I was like, I'm not crazy. I know. So working on those controlled rolls. If you haven't done those before, or you are with us from home, they're so fun. What are you talking about? So, for those controlled rolls, when we're rolling back, one thing, keep the chin tucked. Don't want any concussions in here. Don't hit your head on the ground. 2, when you roll up on your shoulders, you don't need to roll up onto the neck. So stop a little bit short, okay, on the way up. When we come back up to that full position, try to pull that low back in and that chest up and open, okay? And then you're going to go back down. On the roll, we're trying to almost round the torso, a soft, smooth roll. We don't want to just kind of thump and then yank ourselves back up. So when we come down, controlled, and when we come up, sit up into that position. Try not to let the feet touch the floor, though, okay? So you're going to do a roll, up on the shoulders, come up. Don't let the feet touch too much roll. Let's do it again. Roll. When you come up, pull it low back in, that chest up, and then collapse back down into that roll, okay? Developing this movement because there's an additional movement we can add onto it. After we practice this one a little bit, we'll probably bring in next week. Make it even more fun. Any questions before we get started? Oh, and if you're at home for those RDLs, go ahead and do that same movement without weight and just really focus on the isometric contractions. Keep it squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze at the top, just get rid of the weight. If you have some books, you can grab them. You have some weights, feel free to grab those. Now, any questions? All right, let's do it. Sound of excitement. Starting with those jumping jacks. You're going to keep that core pulled up and in. That pelvic floor is lifted. And you're tightening that core like a corset, squeezing around you. Remember, you can start here, lower that impact. Said only at 40%, warmed up those muscles. And ready to go. Air squats. Pushing those hips back, knees stay in line with those toes. Weight's going to remain even between the heel and the toe, okay? Shoulder blades pulled back and down. Don't collapse in that bottom position. Nice. Control it. Try not to bounce in that bottom position. Marches. In those squats, always feel free to play with width. Some people it's more comfortable here. Some people it's going to feel more comfortable here. Play with that. Try different positions of that movement. Use that core. Crunch it. Squeeze it as you drive that knee up. Lunges, alternating. Focus on balance, control. Where's the weight on that foot? Is that glute activated? Really focus on that glute today. So we're working on engaging, keeping engaged, full range of motion. If you want, you can practice the backwards lunge, since that's what we'll be doing today. Arm circles. Reverse. How's everybody's upper body feeling today? Good? Sore? All of the above? Inchworms into those push-ups. Bend those knees if you need. Don't round that low back. Find that stretch at the top. Good push-ups here. Shoulder blades pulled down. Elbows at the 45 degrees. Tension through that chest. Make sure to breathe through that stretch at the top. Jumping jacks, round 2. Picking up that tempo. About 65, 70% here. Stay braced, keep that core pulled up and in. Air squats. Controlling that tempo.
Sometimes I get a good feeling.
Keep those glutes active. At the top and at the bottom.
I get a good feeling, yeah. Sometimes I get a good feeling.
Marches. Drive that knee up. Don't drop that pelvic floor. Hold up and in. Lunges. Where's that weight on that front foot? If you're feeling strong and controlled, you can add that twist towards the knee in front. But don't lose that bracing in that bottom position. Easy to do. Arm circles. Reverse. Inchworms into those push-ups. Keep that low back pulled in that stretch. Slight bend in those knees. Chest goes to the quads. Basically like a downward dog. Take a break. Nice work, y'all. It's 25, and we working, y'all. Remember, first round of this class is the final warm-up at about 90%. So take it easy, but push yourself a little bit, but we're not all out. RDLs in 5, 3, 1. Let's go. Tension in those glutes. That low back pulled in. Push the hips back. Weight stays even on those feet. Squeeze those glutes. Press those hips forward at the top. Squeeze those glutes as hard as you can. Keep those shoulder blades pulled back and down as you find that stretch. Good job. Stay with it, stay with it. Make those glutes work. Alternating lunges. You have weighted, you have regular, you have plyometric, but we're stepping backwards into these. So you start in the front, step back. Step up to the front. About 60% of that weight's on the heel today. A little bit more than our normal even split. Knee stays in line with that toe. Work on the bounce. Shoulder blades still pulled back and down. Good job. Two, same movement, stay with it.
She work, and then I like to see them females work. Taking the clothes off, fucking naked. ATL, hold on, disrespect it. I pop yo like this, cause you ain't twins in this.
Stay with it, stay with it. 10 seconds left of this one. Don't let those shoulders drop. Staying that strong with your glutes. Whichever knee's out in front, that glute is what we're working here. Single leg glute lifts. Take whichever side you want. Remember, we're going back at about that 45. It's not a very big movement. We don't really need to open. Just put your hand on the glute. Feel, when is it fully active? And just go back and down, okay? Keep the hips square. Don't let the hips twist open. Stay braced. Pull up and in. Other side. So, load that glute that we were just working. Slight bend in the knee. Now working that opposite glute. Up and lift. Try to keep that knee as straight as possible. We don't necessarily need to bend it. Tension. Are you feeling that tension in that glute that whole time? Shouldn't be resting at all. Stay with that. Low plank hip taps. Down on the elbows. Feet close together here, toes tucked under, and you're just twisting. That hip comes down, taps, back to center. Twist. Don't let that core go though. We're braced, we're strong. A good way to see how you're progressing and feel out the movement. Start with the full movement as much as you can. Then if it's still too difficult, change it up. Shoulder blades locked in, pulled down and together. Actively hold in yourself, not collapsing back into those shoulders. Heel taps. Coming onto the back. So remember this one. Lifting that upper back off the ground. Squeeze those obliques. You come down to tap that heel. Now over to the other side. Really squeeze and crunch the side of your core. Pelvic floor still pulled up and in here. I said, doesn't matter how slow you go, but really get that squeeze. controlled rolls. Up on the shoulders, roll up. Try not to let the feet touch the ground. Low back pulled in, chest up. Round it down, roll back up. Try to keep that control. Nice job. Control it, control it. Nice. If you start to get tired, you can't complete it. You can grab onto that leg if you need to get up, but try to not as long as you can. Make that roll as smooth as possible. Work on that spinal mobility here. Take a break. Nice work, y'all. Last warm-up round, done. Start. All right, in 5, back with those RDLs. 3, 2, let's move. Remember, glutes, tension through the glutes. Feel that stretch to the hamstring and tension in between the glute and the hamstring, that tie-in piece there. Really push those hips back, load them. Keep those scapula strong. Really push those hips forward at the top. Flex to those glutes as hard as you can. I thought of a queuing and I was like, not even a piece of paper could get out of there. Lunges. Weighted, regular, plyometric. Work on that glute being active. Don't lose that pelvic floor. Weight's a little bit more in that front heel. Don't let that knee collapse, cave in. We're on round 2. Stay braced. Pelvic floor pulled up and in here. Try to squeeze that glute at the top. As you finish that rep, that last squeeze in there. Single leg glute lifts. Woo, start with the opposite side. Whatever you did last time. Slow and controlled. Put your hand on that glute med. Is it resting at the bottom? Are you more tipping your torso forward instead of lifting that glute? Slight bend in that stance leg. If you're feeling it more out here in the hip, go back a little bit more. Switch. Keep that glute flexed even on the way down. Did you lose that pelvic floor? Keep it pulled up and in. Let's go, almost there. Last 5 seconds. Low plank hip taps, let's go. Shoulder blades pulled back and down. Core's pulled up and in. Job. Actively hold yourself up through those shoulders. Don't let that core go. Heel taps. Let's go oblique squeezes here. Upper back's up off the ground. Still keep pelvic floor lifted up and in. That core is still strong. Go to the left, then to the right. If you're feeling a lot of strain in your neck, you might be looking down too far. Don't look down at the feet. Keep that head looking at the ceiling.
Get some friends do it like the yin yang twins start whispering. Let me fall back. You ain't ready for all that. Have you sleep late, real late.
Controlled rolls.
You tell your friends to get with my friends. We could be friends, switch and meet friends. We could do it all night long and till the clock hit morning. You did.
How smooth can you make that roll? Breaks as you need. Take a break. Nice work, y'all. Woo, that core is tight. If you want, on those glute lifts, even feel what it feels like on the next section. Go like out, and then a little bit more back, a little bit more back, a little bit more back, and then straight back. Feel where you feel that most outside glute activate. That's that angle we're looking for. Not 90 in either way, but right in between those two. Yes. This week, next week, and the following week. Almost there. It's crazy how fast this session goes. Huh? Oh, no. In 3, RDLs, 1. Let's go. We're working those glutes here. Constant tension. If you want a little added forearm work, curl those dumbbells up. Make the forearms turn on. Lunges. Woo. Plyometric, weighted, or regular. Let's go. Can't do it the whole time. Weights a little bit more on that heel. Make that glute work. Round 2. Did you lose that pelvic floor? Keep it up and in. Work on getting a little deeper. Each rep. Glute lift. Start with that opposite. Play with that angle. Where do you feel that glute? Turn on the most. It's not a big movement. Switch. Slow it down. Try not to lose that squeeze at any point in that movement.
I heard that you were talking shit and you didn't think that I would hear it. People hear you talking like that, getting everybody fired up. So I'm ready to attack, gonna lead up back, gonna get a touchdown, gonna take you out. That's right, put your pom-poms down, getting everybody fired up. You toss me around that track, so it's not just gonna happen like that.
Working on that balance too. Low plank hip taps. Oh man. Nice work. Keep that core pulled up and in. You can pause on those taps for a second if you want. Feel that core work there.
That's right, dude, meet me at the bleachers. No principals, no student teachers. Both of us wanna be the winner, but there can only be one. So I'm gonna fight, gonna give it my all, gonna make you fall, gonna suck it to you. That's right, I'm the last one standing, another one bites the dust.
Heel taps.
Woo!
Oh, nearly. Feel free to hold that tap for a second. Feel that oblique activate and squeeze. Really crunch it. Controlled rolls. Pull that low back in, chest up and pull shoulders back and down at that top position. Keep that core pulled up and in. Don't lose that pelvic floor. Take a break. Woo. I swear, imagine before any of you have done that move, if you saw a class just rolling up, like, what are they doing down there? Just playing around, having fun? No way. No way. but it is fun.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, don't say it 'cause I know I'm cute. Louis down to
Is it fun at home? Oh, see, they said yeah.
I be dripping so much sauce, got a bit looking like Grey Goose. Lit up like a crystal ball. That's
Remember, move through that recovery. Get a drink of water.
if I'm shining every.
Mentally primed for that 4th round.
I was born like this, don't even gotta try. I like shot and nigga better over time. Heard you say I'm not the baddest bitch you like.
You mean that was already 3? That flew by. Wicked fast. And 5. Those RDLs. 3, 2, 1. We're moving. Make those glutes. Take that weight. Keep those scapula strong. Job. Stay with it, stay with it.
If I'm shining, everybody gonna shine. I was born like this, don't even gotta try. I like shot a nigga better over time. Heard you say I'm not the baddest bitch you like. It ain't my fault that I'm out here getting loose. Gotta blame it on the goose. Gotta blame it on my juice, baby. It ain't my fault.
Lunges. Power from those glutes. Weights a little bit more on that heel, but just a little bit. We're in round 2. Don't lose that core. Pelvic floor pulled up and in. Core set tight. Knee still stays in line with that toe. Shoulder blades pulled back and down. Chest is up. Low plank taps. Hip taps. Oh, I thought I skipped one. I missed one? Oh, you're right. I guess we'll get a little added break in there. You could have totally gotten away with that workout. I like it. Where are you in that? Stay with it, stay with it. Opposite side. Now, low plank hip taps. And you guys could have gotten, I would have looked at the end and been like, wait, 3 minutes? The whole round's not 3 minutes? Really keep that core pulled up and in. Belly button to spine. Heel taps. Only 2 left. Remember, take breaks as you need. But if you're in it and you're good, let's go. If you want a reminder to squeeze, do 3 taps on each side. Go tap, tap, tap. Makes you squeeze it a little longer. Or tap faster, I guess either way, you could technically do that. Don't lose that pelvic floor. Controlled rolls. Oh, Nelly. If you're getting tired, feel free to let those feet touch the ground a little bit. More importantly, work on trying to make that roll smooth. You need to hold on to legs, let the feet tap the floor. No big deal, but make that roll smooth. Take a break. Woo! Final one coming at us. You gotta love when the torso is lactic acid. When your legs are dying, but just the whole stomach is just like, So. How's that? Yes, we're doing the last round now. 5. We already did 4. Heck yeah. Ready for that last round, best round life? Saw one eyebrow go up, saw a quarter nod. I think we're ready. In 22 seconds. Very anticlimactic. Set that mental intention here. Know your limits. What are you going for? You pushing it, you getting a max amount? Or does your body have quite enough and you're like, I'm just gonna stay consistent tempo. Pick that mental place where you're about to be for the next 6 minutes. And we're starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Back core pulled up and in. Belly button pulled to spine. Lunges. Woo. Reverse, stepping backwards. Almost there, y'all. Don't lose that core. Knees still in line with that toe. Opposite side. Intentionally keep that glute active. From the top to the bottom, back up to the top. Even when you come back up to standing, weight's a little bit more on the heel.
Peace up, A-Town.
Stay with it, let's go. You can freaking do anything. 10 seconds. Keep whatever tempo you got. Glute lifts. Opposite side, if anyone remembers. Last 10, squeeze and hold it. Use that glute. Holding that position. Keep it there. Squeeze, squeeze. Switch, opposite side. Pumping it out. Keep those hips square, don't let them twist open. Squeeze and hold, last 10. Don't lose that core. Up and in. Belly button to spine. Low plank hip taps, let's go. Woo, 3 movements left, y'all. Don't lose that core. Squeeze those scapula together. Back and down. Keep that back strong. Squeeze those glutes. Quality movements here. No matter if you get 1 or 30, make them good. Heel taps. 2 left, y'all. Let's freaking go. Triple tap that heel. Pelvic floor, pulled up and in. Core strong.
We want a lady in the street, but a freak in the bed that say.
Controlled rolls. Woo, last one, let's do this. Remember, grab those legs if you need. Let the feet touch down if you need. But make that roll smooth.
Take that and rewind it back. Lil Jon got the beat to make your booty go. Take that, rewind it back. Ursher got the voice to make your booty go. Take that, rewind it back. Ludacris got the flow to make your booty go. Take that, rewind it back. Lil Jon got the beat to make your booty go.
Use those legs, throw those legs forward. 5 seconds, let's go. Stay with it. One more. Take a break. Nice work, y'all. At home peeps. Nice work. Yeah.
When I get messed up at the party, I make a scene and get upset. But when I wake up in the morning, you bring me breakfast in bed and act like there's nothing to forget. Maybe I should count my blessings that you're just that type. So call me masochistic, but sometimes I want to fight. Every time I leave, you pull me closer. I hang up the phone, you call me back. Why don't you mess me around like you're supposed to? You're turning me cool cause I'm just wanting you to react. You're turning me cool cause I'm just wanting you to react. If I say jump, you just say how high. I think you might love me to death.
No, I just had a little bit too much of Hennessy. Just gonna tell you how I feel. Look.
You so precious when you
As you're starting to clean up, work on trying to slow that breathing
from
down.
the back and drive you wild. Girl, I lose myself up in those eyes.
You ready? Starting with those breaths.
I just had to let you know you're
On those breaths, try to inhale through the belly. Fill the belly full of that oxygen. Blow it out.
I'm so happy that
On
you
that
are
exhale,
alive.
pull that arm across.
Swear to God I'm down. If you down, all you gotta say is right.
Work a little deeper into that stretch.
Anything I could do just to
each
make you
exhale.
feel alright. Oh, I just had to let you know you're fine.
Go and release and switch.
Even when it's rainy, all you ever do is shine. You on fire, you a star just like Mariah. Man, this feel incredible. I'll turn you to a bride. You're mine. Hands on your body, I don't wanna waste no time. Feels like forever, even if forever's tonight. Just lay with me.
Go and release. Pull that first arm behind. Stretch that tricep. Try and bring that palm to the center of the scapula.
You look away, I just gotta say.
Working more on pulling that elbow back instead of in.
So
And
you're
release
still
and switch.
thinking of me, just like I know you should. I cannot give you everything, you know I wish I could. I'm so high at the moment, I'm so caught up in this. Yeah, we're just young, dumb, and broke, but we
Go and
still
release those
got
arms
love
down.
to
Press
give
those
while we're
elbows
young,
up.
dumb,
Hyperextend.
young,
Shoulder blades
dumb,
pulled back and down.
broke,
Fingertips
young,
pulled back. Feel free to rotate those wrists. Find that best stretch for those biceps.
young, dumb, broke high school kid.
Go and release. Step your left foot out in front. Weight's going to be back on that right leg. Foot flat on the floor in front of you. Drop that chest towards that knee. You can either have hyperextend that knee or have a slight bend depending on where you want that stretch more. If you want more calf, pull that toe up, but your weight is sitting on that back leg. Keep that low back pulled in, that chest is what's dropping down. And breathe. Keep that core pulled up and in. Braced in control of that movement. Go and release. Step that foot back, opposite foot forward. Weight sitting on that back leg. Knee in line with that toe. Drop that chest. Low back pulled in. Chest towards the knee. Still braced with those breaths.
I'm so high at the moment, I'm so caught up in this. Yeah, we're just young, dumb, and broke, but we still got love to give while we're young, dumb.
Each exhale, lift that chest a little bit more, but drop it down deeper.
Young, dumb, and broke. Young, dumb, young, dumb, and broke. Young, dumb, broke high school.
Go and release up and in. Inhale through the nose. On that exhale, pushing those hips back, coming down into that deep full squat.
Young, dumb, broke high school
Working on getting those heels down on the ground. Remember, you can go feet wider than me, skinnier than me. Find where it feels best for you. Have those heels down. You want more inner thigh. Elbows to the inside of the knees. Palms together. Press those palms down. The shoulder blades pulled back and down. That chest stays up. Head in neutral position. Breathe in through the nose, into the belly.
Beautiful,
Send
beautiful,
those breaths
beautiful,
into the
beautiful
hips.
angel.
Wherever's
Love
tight.
your imperfections, every anger. Tomorrow comes and goes before you know.
So and walk it out to plank.
You know the way that Gucci look on you amazing.
Bringing one knee up and under, that foot across. And extending that back leg further back behind you. Pushing those hips down into the floor. And breathe.
Started when we were younger. Swear to God that I loved her.
Working on it every time you do this stretch. Trying to work that foot up a little bit more in front of you.
Beautiful, beautiful life right now. Beautiful, beautiful night right now. No, no, no. Hey. Beautiful, 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 beautiful angel. Love your imperfections, every anger. Tomorrow comes and goes before you know.
Find yourself tensing those muscles. Let them relax.
Let you know.
Breathe into them.
Where did the time go? I wish the hours would go slow. How is it 6 a.m.? Your touch is heaven sent. Beautiful, beautiful sight right now. Beautiful, beautiful life right now. Got the angels saying ooh ah right now, like ooh ah. And this is why we got to touch. Sometimes words are not enough. Finally a golden kiss. Honey dripping from your lips. I thank God in my lucky stars. Darling, don't you know what you are?
And bring yourself up into that plank. Step that foot back and under. Bring that opposite knee and foot up and across. Push that back leg back. Extend it further behind you. Drop those hips down into that stretch. Breathe into the belly and then into those tight muscles.
To let you know, swear to God you beautiful. Yeah.
You feel those muscles tightening up. Let them relax. Send the breath through the belly to those muscles. Trying to keep that low back pulled in. Chest stays up. Huh? No, we're gonna go 30 seconds first. Maybe a minute.
Love to see you shine.
I saw it coming.
Like the diamond you are. I'm good on the side, it's alright. Just hold me in the dark. No one's got to know what we do.
As you're ready, slowly bringing it up. Back into plank. Walk those hands into those feet. Superstar the play. And finishing with those breaths. In through the nose on the way up. Try to breathe into the belly. Exhale, push those hips back. Feel that stretch those hamstrings. Great job, everybody. Nice work. The stretching routine isn't exhaustive, so always feel free to add a little bit more. You can stay after if you're at home. Feel free to continue stretching. Mostly it's an education. Try not to keep you here till 6:30. But don't forget, full dinner, drink some water, and at least 6 hours of sleep. And everybody, Friday, the challenge, Friday challenge. Brace at your desk or workstation. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want updates of when classes go live so you don't have to look for them. Have a nice night.
Nothing feels better than this. Nothing feels better. Nothing feels better than this. Nothing feels better. Nah. We don't got high. This is what you like, darling man. Nothing feels better. Left, right. Take you back from your side to side. Line, 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 line. No, left, right. Take you back from your side to side. Line. Nothing feels better than this. Nothing feels better. Nothing feels better than this. Nothing feels better. Nah, nah. We don't got to lie. Nothing feels better than this. Send me your location, let's focus on communicating. Cause I just need the time and place to come through. Send me your location, let's ride the vibrations. I don't need nothing else but you. At times I wonder why I fool with you, but this is new to me. This is new to you. Initially, I didn't wanna fall, but you gathered my attention, it was all for you. So don't take advantage, don't leave my heart damaged. To understand that things go a little bit better when you plan it. Oh, so won't you send me your location? Let's focus on communicating. Cause I just need the time and place to come through. Send me your location, let's ride the vibrations. I don't need nothing else but you. I don't wanna fall in love off of some tweet, so let's get personal. I got a lot of cool spots that we can go. Tell me what's the move and I got you. I'm only acting like this cause I like you. Just give me the vibe to slide in. Oh, I might make you mine by the night. Then ship me your location. Let's focus on communicating. Cause I just need the time and place to come through. Send me your location. Let's ride the vibrations. I don't need nothing else but you. Ride, come and vibe with me tonight. I don't need nothing else but you. Ride, come and vibe with me tonight. I don't need nothing else but you. Nothing else but you. Can we just talk? Can we just talk? Talk about where we're going before we get lost.